up at 3:30.
1,500.
The source for the new Colorado Conservative. KLZ AM 560, KLZ HD Denver, and online streaming at 560thesource.com. This is the legendary KLZ Denver.
Listening to the Experience Pros radio show brought to you by Mass Mutual Colorado. Experience Pros, where business revolutionaries and founders of Experience Pros University are inspiring you to get your business right. Let's join Angel and Eric for today's program.
Hello and welcome to the Experience Pros Radio Show with Angel and Eric. Thanks for taking time out of your day to join us for ours. We're here to remind you that small business is big business, and your business is our business.
All right, so Eric, I found more time in my day.
You found more time in your day?
Yeah, you know how you see
Princess of organization?
Found even more time. That's like
How is this possible?
It's like the ultimate thing that we're striving for, right? Can we get more out of our day? We all have only 24 hours.
That's correct.
And it just seems like there are some people that just run circles around us, right? They're running around, they're getting more done. They just accomplish so much. In fact, I was chatting with somebody recently about the fact that we had put a TV up in front of our treadmill. We kind of made a little workout area in our house and put our TV up in front of the treadmill. And the downside to that is I don't really watch TV, but I like to watch movies.
Okay.
So
I've got to work out for 3 hours.
Yeah. My legs are like water when I get off the treadmill. I'm like walking around. I'm like Gumby. Everybody says, well, you can stop the movie. You don't have to walk during the whole time. Yeah, but it's good, and I want to see how it ends. And so I just keep walking. So I was telling somebody, and they said, how in the world do you find time to do that, Angel?
Right.
I'm like, I don't know. You just do. Well,
I think the world wants to know.
You just do. You just make it work. I don't know. I didn't have any grand secret to tell him.
Because time is what we make it, right?
That's your line. I haven't completely embraced it yet.
We'll see.
All right. So, yes, this is a story about the rice cooker.
The rice cooker!
The rice cooker.
The one-pot wonder.
I'm just in awe of the rice cooker. Not so much about what it cooks, although that's being pretty impressive, but the time saver that this has turned out to be.
Now, who would have thunk that a kitchen appliance would actually save time? How in the world is it saving you time?
Well, let me tell you.
Okay.
I'm so glad you asked. That's a great question. Tell them what they want.
I've been banging the drum for the rice cooker for the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, but
Angel is a convert.
Your drum banging is different than my drum banging.
Yes, because mine is always taken with a huge grain of salt, the size of the Rock of Gibraltar.
So here's multiple ways this has saved me time. First of all, in prepping, the food prep.
Right.
All I need is a cutting board and a knife. And that's it. And so that goes in the dishwasher, and I put in chicken. I put in this weekend, I did sausage and potatoes. I made like this little breakfast burrito filling for my son.
Yep.
So it's got sausage and potatoes and green chilies, salt and pepper. And I called Eric. I said, all right, mister, can I put uncooked sausage into the rice cooker with the potatoes?
Absolutely.
No, you didn't absolutely.
Well,
you did not absolutely. With no authority. No authority whatsoever. He's like, well, I do.
If your son dies, I don't want to be the one responsible.
You're supposed to be the expert here. I'm calling you.
What did I say?
Google it.
I said, well, I did say Google it.
He said Google it. So,
and you found
Mr. Expert, no way. So, anyways, I Googled it. Didn't really find the answer I was looking for. So I did it anyways.
And?
It cooked the sausage.
Amazing.
And the potatoes. Okay, so step number one, all I needed was a cutting board and a knife. Put that in the dishwasher. Put it all in the pot. Close it. Press go. And left the room. Usually you're in the kitchen the whole time. You're stirring. You're watching. You're making sure your pot doesn't boil over for your potatoes. Or you're stirring or you're frying or you're whatever. And you're in the kitchen the entire time.
Right.
I left the room. It has a nice little beep that tells me when it's done.
Yes, it does.
Totally was perfect. Cooked it just perfectly. And then it all goes in the dishwasher when you're all done with the mess. So now I'm not cleaning the kitchen. I'm not doing prep. And I had like an extra hour. An hour. An hour. What would you do with an extra hour?
I would accept your thanks.
I did yoga.
I would accept your thanks.
For what?
For the rice cooker, for the inspiration that this one-pot wonder, and in fact, you may recall, and I'll qualify why I hesitated when you called me yesterday.
Because I did cook a chicken in it.
Last week she cooked a whole chicken in the rice cooker.
In the rice cooker.
That's amazing in and of itself. If you can cook a whole chicken from rubbery scrap to edible food, that's amazing. But our friend went to the Target and they're all out of rice cookers. Yeah, I heard. It's just something about Raymer's Rice Cooker Chronicles on Facebook, which is the new group that you can have. You can join us if you want. Raymer's Rice Cooker Chronicles on Facebook. Just ask me and I'll hook you up. But no, here's the thing. Last week I was cooking sausage in link form, and I cut it up into little bite-sized pieces, and I had the same issue. I didn't know, would this rice cooker actually cook raw sausage and make it so that I don't die, right? And I went and did what you did. I Googled it, and you find everywhere they talk about rice cooker recipes and the Google with sausage, it says you've got to fry it up in a pan before. Nay. No, we don't do that. We put it all in there. It worked great last week. My hesitation was you wanted sausage and potatoes, and those two things usually take two different elements. One is heat for the sausage, right, and the other is water for the potatoes. You got to boil the potatoes or steam the potatoes. You did both. It worked out perfectly. Rice cooker is the most amazing thing out there. We got to go to a commercial. We're done talking about the rice cooker for now, but if you want more information... I
just wanted it to know that it was such a time management tool now.
Yeah. I'm so happy you're finding more time for your family.
It was fabulous.
Love that. Folks, we got a great show for you. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to Angel and Eric on the most positive business talk show in America.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
If you're ready to get serious about your health, then experience the BioT difference. BioT Medical's all-natural testosterone pellet therapy is the safest and most effective way to increase your testosterone levels. Testosterone therapy not only improves your energy and libido, but also protects against heart disease, high cholesterol, type 2 diabetes, Alzheimer's, and prostate cancer. Go to biotmedical.com to find a BioT certified practitioner near you. That's BIOTE medical.com.
The Broomfield Small Business Summit is the premier small business growth event to take your business to new heights in 2014. This full-day event is on Friday, February 28th from 7:30 a.m. until 6 p.m. at the Omni Resort Interlaken. Tickets are $59 and include breakfast, lunch, and a drink ticket to the cocktail networking reception. The Broomfield Small Business Summit is hosting 10 workshops and panels throughout the day, including government contracting, access to capital, leadership, social media marketing, and much more. Sign up today at BroomfieldSmallBusinessSummit.com. That's BroomfieldSmallBusinessSummit.com.
Your photographs are your treasures. Your art collection means something to you, and that jersey you won in that silent auction is providing you with tons of bragging rights, so it matters to you where you have it framed. Trust your framing to the experts at Framed Art, the experts with heart. What matters to you matters to Framed Art. Don't drop your treasures off at a warehouse. Call Framed Art, 303-722-1525, 303-722-1525, located just north of Dartmouth on South Broadway in Englewood. Framed Art, it matters.
You keep wondering about refinancing options. You know rates are low, but don't know how to go about getting the best rate and best type of loan for your situation. What do you even need to get started? Wonder no more. Go to CherylAnswers.com. Cheryl of ALMC Mortgage has put together a checklist of what you need to know and frequently asked questions when it comes to your mortgage. Get answers. Go to CherylAnswers.com. CherylAnswers.com.
LMB number 100020432. NMLS number 266695. You can check the licensing status of your mortgage loan originator at dora.state.co.us.
When you think of going to the dentist, it makes you uncomfortable and uptight. You recall the dark ages of dentistry. Weisbard Dental wants to change that image. Imagine being welcomed in a comfortable, beautiful, brand new dental office with digital x-rays, digital photos, being comforted throughout the entire process. At Weisbard Dental, you'll be treated while relaxing in their massage chairs. Make an appointment for Weisbard Dental at 303-773-3373. Check them out at weisbarddental.com. WEISBARD dental.com.
I'm Dr. Lee Weisbard, and I can make you smile.
Are you an expert? At Experience Pros, we feature the best in business, and we're looking for industry experts to share tips with our audience. If you're an expert who offers great customer service and you'd like to be a part of the Experience Pros radio show, click on the radio interview request at experiencepros.com. We want our audience to hear from you. Go to experiencepros.com and fill out the radio interview request and start spreading the news that you're going to be on the radio.
Giving you the same financial advice your grandmother would, only we keep our teeth in. The Dave Ramsey Show, weekdays at noon, right here on 560 AM KLZ.
This is Angie Austin. Catch the good news with Angie Austin weekdays over on our sister station, 810 KLVZ. Now back to the Experience Pros on KLZ 560, The Source.
The Experience Pros Radio Show, home of the original Fan Braggin' Fridays. Take just 20 seconds to become a revolutionary by sharing a Fan Braggin' story of great customer service on Facebook.com/Experience Pros. Now, back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
One way or another, I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna take it to one way or another.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Thank you so much for tuning in today. We appreciate your business. How would you like to be a bazillionaire?
Well, this is the year you're going to strike it rich, according to current trends. If current trends continue, 2014 will be the year of mega lottery jackpots and incredibly generous, if not millionaire-making inheritances. That's a big word. You're going to win a lot of money this year. Are you ready for it? Well, we brought in our guest expert, Ted Bernstein, a third-generation life insurance specialist with decades of speaking out and advocating on behalf of consumers. He was one of the first to create the no-load life insurance and talks about payouts. What are you going to do if you strike it rich? Ted, welcome to the Experience Pros Radio Show.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Ted, very nice to have you along with us. Hey, should I take the money and run?
Well, that's the $64,000 question, if you will.
Right.
It's an individual decision, and I will say that most of the time I think it's not a good idea to take any kind of a winning or a windfall in a lump sum.
No? But I read here that most who strike it rich in the lottery, 98% take it all in one big lump sum. But you're saying that's not the smart way to do it?
It usually is not. And it's kind of logical and sensible as to the rationale for why not. Once people understand the choices from people that they trust, with giving them the information to outline both, it's an awful lot of money that they're unaccustomed to being responsible to either invest themselves or to hire the proper professionals to do it for them. And so it's so easy to make bad decisions and mistakes are made, and then all of a sudden people are aware that you've come into a windfall, you've got this lump sum available, and often like athletes who friends and relatives are coming out of the woodwork.
Right.
It's so easy to be victimized.
And all those friends that we've never met before.
Absolutely correct.
And isn't there, I think I read a book that talked about there's almost like a market for people coming after you, even, I don't know, kind of, not scams, but some of them are scams, but to like predators. That's the perfect answer. And so if you have it deferred, don't those people still show up anyways?
Not so much. You're not as interesting to that cottage industry that preys on people that have come into a big inheritance or a big lottery winning. Usually they know now that money is being managed by a financial institution, or if it's annuitized in a life insurance institution or a wealth management firm. And generally when people take the payments in installments, they're doing smart things to insulate themselves from those types of situations that they don't want to find themselves in. And it doesn't mean that happens every case. It just means it's a good idea to understand the upsides and downsides of a lump sum choice and an upside and downside of the installment choice.
Now, Ted, I got to be honest with you. I don't play the lottery. Though when it hits, the jackpot, the mega jackpot, whatever it is, hits over $600 million, I'll buy a ticket here or there. You got to play in order to win, and your chances are still minimal, right?
They are. And that's absolutely right. The lottery is a different animal altogether. Inheritance and proceeds of life insurance policies, those are events that are happening much more frequently for people than winning a lottery, which, as we all know, is a couple of people a year hitting those kinds of numbers. So if you come into life insurance proceeds as a beneficiary, or you inherit wealth, those are the events that you want to be prepared for to make that decision. Do you take it in a lump sum, or do you take it in a stream of payments? And interestingly enough, the life insurance business for 200 years, has always been a lump sum payment to the beneficiaries. Now, with the installment option, you've got the owner of the life insurance policy at the time they buy it making the decision for the beneficiaries to take the payment in a lump sum or take the payment in the installment payout option.
Well,
so that's been a giant change in the life insurance industry.
Absolutely, and I'm glad you're here telling us that this is the case, because if in fact I ever become worth something, I want to make sure that my boys are taken care of. But in wisdom, I would like that to go out being doled out, so they don't have to quit their jobs. They have to they'll receive the benefit of the intent that is behind it. I read a statistic in the newspaper today that says chances are if your grandparents didn't have children, neither will you. And then another statistic that says 1 out of every 1 will die. This seems to be a good thing to talk about.
Yes. Absolutely. You sound like a commercial for our firm.
Give me a chance, Ted. Give me a chance.
You're absolutely right. It is going to happen, and the people who own life insurance policies now today have the ability and the opportunity and the power of choice to make that decision, just like you said, for young children, to make sure. I mean, here, I'll give you one more statistic for the day, and now you'll have 3. You've got life insurance proceeds on a national average are burned through in 3 years. And I can tell you, selling insurance, that's not the intent of people who buy it.
Right.
If you said to them, how long do you expect your proceeds to last? The answer is not 3 years.
Right. Wow. All right, Ted, if our listeners have more questions about this and they want to get in touch with you, what's the best way to do that?
There's 2 easy ways to do that. At either installmentlife.com, simply installment life, or lifeinsuranceconcepts.com. Either one of those will get anybody that's looking for us right to us.
Well, and the very first phone call you should make is to who? After you've won a big inheritance or a big lump sum of money.
I always recommend that people speak to either an attorney, their accountant, or an accountant if they don't have one, or a financial planner. One of those 3 people will do a really good job in getting you a team or a person assembled to help you start making that decision. And it's good to have that person, because now you can start telling all those that begin asking you about the money you've inherited, well, I've got this person now that I run these decisions past.
Good advice. Ted Bernstein, thank you so much for joining us today.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Folks, don't go anywhere. When we return, more positive business talk. You're listening to Angel and Eric on the most positive business talk show in America.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
Nylands Collision Center is an award-winning body shop that takes great care of you and your car. This matters when your insurance company wants to take shortcuts. Nylands Collision Center only uses manufactured parts. This matters when a cheap, ill-fitting part is available. At Nylands, it matters. If it's not perfect, it's not leaving. 303-761-9219. 303-761-9219.
Hi, this is Angel, and I've been in my home for 12 years now. When I think about redecorating, I just can't seem to get past what I've always done. Helene's Designs offers a fluff it up service for home decorating. She takes what I already have and rearranges just enough to fluff it up. Call Helene to get fluffed up at 720-233-7302. Helene's Designs is a full-service design firm that helps you turn your dreams into a reality. Call Helene's Designs today at 720-233-7302 or check out the before and after pictures online at helenesdesigns.com.
Run a business and have a life. You got into business so you could enjoy life, and Employer Essentials can help. They keep up with the ever-changing payroll and employment laws and requirements, as well as all those employee management issues. Employer Essentials is the answer you've been looking for to add payroll and HR solutions that offer you peace of mind and the time to do what you want to do. Employer Essentials, Denver's trusted local payroll and HR provider for 15 years. EmployerEssentials.com or 303-734-9436.
You've tried and tried to shed those 10, 20, even 50 pounds of excess weight, and like so many Americans, you're frustrated. It's no secret that the body needs to be in balance before lasting weight loss can be maintained. Let Dr. Deborah Zeff and Christy Edwards of Holistic Herbal Health help you detoxify your body and get you on the fast track to quantum. You know you can do this. Now you know someone who can help. Call Dr. Zeff and get started on your quantum weight loss today. 303-249-7742. That's 303-249-7742 or online at rootedinhealth.com.
Hi, this is Angel, and ladies, I want to let you in on my newest fashion secret. It's my eyelashes. That's right, my eyelashes. I've been going to Carabella Studio since July, and ever since then, I've had nothing but compliments on my eyelash extensions from my friend Reggie at Carabella Studio. And my favorite part, no more daily hassle of applying and removing mascara. And all of the compliments, get yours today. Call Carabella Studio today at 303-909-9585. That's 303-909-9585. Ask for the Angel Eyes offer and get your new lashes for only $150. Carabella Studios, 303-909-9585.
If the co-signer of my loan passes away, what happens to the loan?
The Dave Ramsey Show.
You're liable on the loan. Nothing. They don't call the loan based on the co-signer dying. If the loan goes into default, they could go after the estate of the co-signer. But again, if you don't pay, then they, like if it's your grandmother or something and she co-signed and you don't pay and they repo the car, then they would come after grandmother's estate. So you don't want that to happen.
Dave Ramsey, noon to 3 on KLZ 560, The Source.
Experienced pros want to help you get your business right. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experienced Pros Radio Show.
Welcome back to the Experienced Pros Radio Show with Angel and Eric. Thanks for taking time out of your business day to join us for hours. Hey, this comes up as a recurring conversation. We talk about branding and the value of branding to your business, startup or long-time business.
Well, and there's really two schools of thought, I think, when it comes to branding. Those that get it, understand the value of it, work towards it, create a brand. And really, your brand is that customer promise. When people think of your brand, they think of your name, they think of your company. What do they think about? It's the promise of your company. And so if you want to kind of, fill in or replace the word brand with the promise, I think that gives us a better clue of what we're doing. But then there are other people that say branding is just a complete waste of time.
Sure. And
who cares what people think of you?
Right, and what you need is transactions, and it only takes a moment to turn on the television, look at a newspaper, read a magazine, and figure out that is completely erroneous because you need both. You need both great content, and we're going to talk about content and branding here in a moment, and you also need those transactions in order to build your business. You can't have one without the other, and it's foolish to think otherwise. Now, using content in a branding sort of way is really how people, A, hear about your promise, and then B, learn to act upon it.
Well, and I think that so many of us think it's always about sales. We're always selling. And so everything that we do content related is a sales pitch.
Right.
Whether it's a post on Facebook, whether it's a newsletter, you're making a phone call, you're meeting people, and so many times we get so caught up in the selling. I have to sell something. I have to sell to you now. I have to sell a lot, and I'm getting kind of desperate because I've got whatever. The branding takes a back seat to that.
Right.
However, if you focus on the content and the branding and the promise and the value and what you get when you do business with us, what's in it for you, and you focus so much on what's in it for your client, again, that promise, then the transactions follow.
It's a simple equation, and we hear it written out in various articles and books as the know, like, and trust. People do business with the people that they know, like, and trust. In order to get to that know, like, and trust, you are branding yourself. You are branding your company. You're branding your services or products. So the first thing that we want you to do is think about your content in terms of social media. How are you putting your content in front of the eyes? I get people telling me all the time, I'm not so sure about that Facebook thing, or Twitter just makes me confused. Even Pinterest, you know, the girls' network, that one, and people saying, I'm not sure of the value.
The only reason it's confusing, the only reason you're not seeing the value is because you think it's a cash register.
Right.
It is not.
It is a storyteller. So get your content on the social media. Well, it reminds me of that insurance commercial, the boat. Oh, I don't like the boat. It makes me nervous. You know what? Find somebody who's not nervous and get on social media to tell your story.
Oh, now see, that's brilliant. Find somebody who's not nervous.
Right.
These are things you can outsource all day long. And get somebody who loves doing it, put somebody in charge who isn't fighting the system, who isn't learning trial by fire, but who actually loves being a part of something social.
If you need a recommendation for somebody who's an expert at doing that, who's not going to break your budget, not going to break your bank, but who is an expert at using your voice or leveraging your voice over the social media, just give us a shout out at radio@experiencepros.com. We'd be happy to help direct you. The second thing is to blog, and then blog, and then blog some more. Every time you blog, you are building up a never-ending network. Listen, it doesn't go away. A never-ending network that establishes who? You as the expert.
You. You always want to know, okay, where do I get to tell people that I'm the bomb diggity? When do I get to talk about me? When do I get to wave my flag and self-promote? In your blog.
And you know what? If you're uncomfortable with that and you sit there and say, well, I'm really not the expert, that's okay. Start a blog that points out the experts. You can be the guy who shines the light on the experts.
So I'm not the only one that does voices.
Can't help it. Yeah, I can't help. When I hear whiny nervousness, you got into a business to create a lifestyle. I know you want to make pancakes. I know you're the best pancake maker out there, and you don't know how to market yourself. There are people who can help you. But if you sit there and make excuses for why your business is failing and going to fail in the next 2 or 3 years, then you get a voice.
You get a voice. Well, I'll tell you what, it just seems like these days it's just far more socially acceptable to be negative and to be angry and to be entitled and to be offended and to be a loser, right? Like, I don't get that.
Right.
Which is one of the things I love about the network of people that we associate with, because there are no whiners in the group, or as my friend Carrie Conley says, there are no poo-poo heads. We're figuring out a way to get it done. And there are those that will sit on the sidelines and just watch and wonder, how did they do that? Branding is your promise to your customers.
That's right.
And if you're not willing to make that promise to your customers that you're here to serve them and you're going to be here for the long term and that you're going to be here when the going gets rough, and when you hit a couple bumps in the road, you're not going to completely derail you and be wanting to, want to quit.
You get a voice.
Eric's going to give you a voice.
That's right. You don't want a voice, trust me. The last thing in your branding conversation is you've put out the content in the social media sphere. You are blogging, and blogging doesn't mean you have to write a book every time you sit down. It's
little blogs are
as
best.
Simple as a paragraph or two, or a sentence or two, really. It doesn't have to be brilliant. And you can point, your blog can be, the whole thing could be made up of pointing to other people who are experts, and you become the resource to point out the experts. The final thing is you got to get that on steroids. You got to amplify that because, frankly, your sphere is only as big as the sphere that you build, and you've got to be able to leverage that. One way that we know to leverage that is through the microphone of this radio station. If you're great at what you do, we want to know about it. We want to be able to share that with other people so that people can hear about what you're good at.
And if that's you, we'd love for you to fill out our interview request form. You can do that right on our website, experiencepros.com. Click on Contact Us, or there's a couple other ways to get to it. But fill out the interview request form. Let us put you on the air. Let us make you visible. That's what we're good at. You know, we all have our brand. We all have the thing that we're known for, that we shine the best at. Ours is making you visible, making sure that when you meet somebody, they mutter these words: I've heard of you.
I've heard of you. Love that. You're listening to Angel and Eric on the Experience Pros Radio Show, where we make you visible. Please don't go anywhere. More positive business talk coming up next.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
You make all kinds of plans for your business, but have you planned for the event that you may need long-term care? Did you know that you can have long-term care insurance that offers you tax advantages and a guaranteed rate of return? Paul Wilson is a licensed agent working in the financial services segment of the insurance industry, and he's a pro when it comes to long-term care. It only takes a moment to register for the next free webinar that could literally change your financial outlook. Visit privatepensiondesign.com today and click the LTC webinar tab.
Where do you go when the bank says no? Every business needs money, and yours is probably no different. What's that you say? Your bank backed out on a commitment to you? Our friend Steve Replin has the answers to your financial questions. Steve's new book, Where to Go When the Bank Says No, is the authoritative guide to finding you the money you need now. Where to Go When the Bank Says No, available right now at hardmoneybooks.com. That's hardmoneybooks.com. Where do you go when the bank says no? hardmoneybooks.com.
Design, implement, and support. If you have a computer, a cell phone, or a tablet, you have a network. Hi, this is Eric, and I've got great news for you. Your network has a guy. For the last 15 years, Brad Binkley of Binkley IT has served his clients without killing their budget. Brad can effectively manage a network of up to 50 computers, typically for about 2 to 4 hours a week. Huge savings, no sacrifice. Call Brad today for your next IT partner. 720-254-1057. That's 720-254-1057. Binkley IT, solving the IT puzzle one piece at a time.
This is Dave Logan, and I know what it's like to get home and not be able to get into the garage, right? I mean, it's especially frustrating when you're getting home from a road trip. That's why I now trust Don's Garage Doors to make sure that it never happens to me again. The LiftMaster system, along with the reliability of Don's, gives me absolute confidence that I'll always be welcomed home. Perhaps you should contact my friends at Don's Garage Doors and ask about their free keypad and remote offers while their supplies last. Find them online at donsgaragedoors.com or call them at 303-738-DOOR.
You have a 401k and you keep hearing about ways to invest in real estate or precious metals. At Diverse Retirement Solutions, they've developed a plan that will help you do just that, and you can take back control of your retirement funds with checkbook control and no annual fees. Find out how by going to diverseretirementsolutions.com or calling them at 970-316-2099. That's 970-316-2099. Don't wait another day to take control of your retirement funds. Put them to work for you today. Diverse Retirement Solutions, 970-316-2099.
Hi, business owners. You wish you could get more people to come into your store, restaurant, or studio? So we put together an incredible marketing campaign to collaborate with you. For 13 weeks, the Experience Pros Radio Show is hosting the Travel Experience Campaign, and our listeners will vote on where Eric Raymer will go on his first vacation in over 12 years. As a voting location, we'll host a live broadcast from your store, and we'll encourage our listeners to come in and vote for Eric's destination. Every time they vote, they get entered to win a trip of their own. Let's collaborate. Sign up to be a voting location for only $4.99. Email us at radio@experiencepros.com or call 855-FANBRAG. That's 855-326-2724. Spaces are limited and voting starts on February 3rd. Stay tuned right here on KLZ 560 The Source, and let's tell Eric where to go.
Why not join me, Laura Ingram, weekdays from 7 till 10 a.m. on 560 KLZ for The Laura Ingram Show.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Any way you want it, just the way you need it. Any way you want it.
back to the Experience Pros Radio Show with Angel and Eric. We do hope that this is the most inspiring hour of your work day, and we hope that you tune in every single day. You know, we just got done talking about branding, your promise, and using content to develop that promise of your brand. Now let's talk about what you do with the content once you got it there.
Well, you know what? We're just going to put it in that one place and expect that one place to drive. Everybody's going to see it in that one place, and that one place will work for me.
You're going to get a voice. And it sounds like this. I hope people get my idea. No.
But, think about, sometimes the things that people say out loud to us, we just kind of smile and nod and
that's nice.
And go, yeah, that's nice. And let me know how that works for you.
Right.
Because let's start with yes. Let's start with absolutely.
Okay.
Let's start with creating anything as possible, but putting ourselves out there. And actually, I was thinking the other day, a lot of times we go to, and this is a little sidebar, we go to these free seminars, and we want free tips, from these seminars.
Right.
We're willing to pay for as much as for the tips that we're learning, and it's all about I want it for free, and I don't want to spend any money, and we get it. Everybody's on a budget. Totally, it doesn't matter.
Sure.
Something is a priority and something is not.
Don't mind paying for that ice cream cone, do you?
There's always going to be something that is a priority and something that isn't. But the thing is, in your business, you're either going to have to invest time or money, sometimes both.
Sure.
But never neither.
Right. There is no such thing as as a free ride. I like that. Never neither. There's a campaign slogan for you.
Never neither.
Let's repurpose the content that you've worked so hard on, and maybe we're being a little facetious here when we make fun of the people. The only reason we do it is because we actually see it in real life business day to day, but when you've invested a little bit of time, a little bit of effort, a little energy, and you've created a campaign, maybe it's a mailing piece, or maybe it's a blog post that you've put out, maybe it's a seminar that you've offered for free or otherwise, doesn't matter. You have the opportunity now to repurpose that content in ways that will actually leverage your message. Remember, we talked about amplification in the last segment. This will amplify your message across various social streams or other.
I'm reminded of the little green symbol, the reduce, reuse, recycle.
Sure.
When we have something, we want to be green, right? We want to be useful with our resources. We don't want to waste anything. And so our content is exactly the same thing. Reduce, reuse, recycle. We're going to reuse most of it.
Right.
You don't have to come up with something brand new every single day, every single week, or even every single year. You create your marketing campaign, you create your content, which should be pretty classic, right? It's the foundation, and you can always add. It's almost like decorating your house. You start with the fundamentals, you start with the classics and the foundation, and then you add fun little accents to spruce it up. Your content is exactly the same thing. Most of what you do, the frequently asked questions from your clients, from the audience, you can answer those in your content. You're not sales pitching, you're providing value.
Right.
And so reduce how much you think you have to do. You don't have to come up with something you don't have to come up with 52 different messages.
Nope.
One for every single week. Keep it simple. In fact, like 3 messages. 3. And then figure out new ways to say those same 3 things.
Well, it's funny. People ask us all the time to come be the speaker at their events and whatnot, and they give us, in many cases, they give us a long period of time before, because they realize that if they had to become the speaker, it would take them months in order to create the content that would come out. And Angel and I are like, you can call on us 10 minutes before. Now, we may not have the schedule available, but we're ready to go right now. And the reason is because we have our language, we have our content, we know what those things are. We're not going to change it for your event. We may tailor it to your particular industry, but if it's true, it is true across those boards. Here's the number one thing that we see when you're using your content, maybe you write a blog, whatnot, make sure that there's no sales pitch attached to that. You're supposed to be adding value.
Absolutely. And so when we think about the using of it.
Right.
You know, if you've got your content and you're blogging and you're tweeting, you're coming up with the different ways to say that. You're finding other articles. You're collaborating with other people that maybe have that exact same message. One of the best pieces of advice that Eric, you and I were ever given early on was we were speaking. We were creating seminars.
Right.
A monthly seminar. And we had 12 of them that we had created over the course of a year.
Right.
You could take those exact same pieces of information. You could blog. You could write an article.
Turn them into audio.
Turn them into video, and use them as a speaking event. You could put together a white paper. You could end up turning that into an ebook. I mean, you're reusing your content.
Right.
And I think that so often we think, well, we've already said that before. But think about where you are today versus where you were last year this time. I remember I went through the Dave Ramsey Financial Peace University workshop. My husband and I taught it 3 times in 1 year, and we'd taken it a couple other times. So I think I've probably gone through the course like 5 or 6 times.
Sure.
The course is exactly the same.
Right.
It's a video, which means the jokes are the same, the lines are the same, the punchline is the same, the message is exactly the same. But every time I would go through the course,
you get something new.
I would get something new. Why? Because I'm in a different place.
Right.
And so our audience, we often think, well, gosh, I've said that, I've done that, I've used that. Okay, first of all, even if people have seen it more than once, they're in a different place, so they're getting something new from it. And so it's not rocket science. It's not sexy. And I think our friend Cheryl Braunschweiger always says this about you and I whenever she hears us talk. It's not rocket science. It isn't, but it's classic. Right. And it's the foundation, and it's the proven effective results that you're looking for. Do you want us to come up with something bright and light and shiny that you're not going to remember, that it's not going to be sticky because you're bombarded by so many messages?
You're going to change it the next time anyways.
And you're going to change it the next time. Or do you want something that you can stick to, that you can be known for, that you can be called on, and you're known for the expert on, you can write about, talk about, interview for, blog about, social media, YouTube. I mean, you're the guy, you're the gal, you're it.
It really is just that simple. I like the use of multimedia, and by multimedia I'm saying take your content, your blog content, turn it into a video. And you don't have to sit in front of a camera and do the video. You can actually have the video with a little musical background. YouTube provides all of that, and then you can put in little stills that kind of change, little images that change with your message that go through. And one of the guys that I think is using this to great use today is Adam Smith with Core Finance Group. I think this guy is really doing a fantastic job of taking his message. It's not going to change. He's a mortgage lender. It's not going to change. But putting it out on a multimedia source and then repurposing it out to a new set of followers. I think that's brilliant.
It is absolutely brilliant. So think about, what is your message? How can you use that? How can you get that out there to be the expert? And again, it doesn't have to be 52 different messages. Adam puts it out there once a week. It's something really quick and easy.
Right.
And it's out there. It's searchable. You can share it. It's shareable. I love when it's shareable.
Right.
So often, I'm given a piece of paper. I'm like, okay, I can't do anything with it. I can't help you if you hand me a flyer to your event. I mean, that's good for me. But if you want me to share it, and it's not in a video, it's not on social media, it's not on your website, I don't have the PDF, I'm useless for you.
Well, and here's the other thing, and you just heard me shout out to Adam Smith, and I think that we can do one step further. I will then go and say, hey, Adam, I shared your message on the radio. I'll make a little post, and I'll hyperlink or tag Adam in that, and that way both his sphere of influence and my sphere of influence are now aware of the fact that we drew attention to something that Adam did, and by doing that, whose brand benefits? Both of
them. And where you go, your brand follows. It doesn't always have to be your information you're putting out there.
Right.
Sharing others, collaborating, lifting each other up. There's so much out there, and we do it all day long. We don't even realize it, but now do it with a strategy.
Absolutely. All right. We had to take a quick commercial break, but when we come back, more positive business talk that's going to absolutely make a difference in your bottom line coming up next on the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
Can you imagine going an entire day without your phone or computer? Crazy, right? How else would you communicate with your team, contact that client, or even get paid? Absolutely nothing happens when you don't have technology in your lap. Even a slow-running computer can stall your progress. And when your software doesn't sync, nothing seems to work out. You've got a technology partner like no other with C Squared Computer Consulting. C Squared is your business pain reliever. Solve your pain. Call C Squared at 303-933-1113.
Being a homeowner, business owner, or a consumer has never been easier thanks to the Extreme Customer Service Directory. You can count on the Experience Pros Network to deliver the best in customer service and collaboration. Check out the Extreme Customer Service Directory for all your referrals, and if you don't see your favorites on the list, let us know. We'll check them out, and if their customers are saying great things about them, they could be a great fit for the Extreme Customer Service Directory. Online at experiencepros.com/directory.
Benjamin Franklin once said that nothing is certain except death and taxes. He was right, mostly. What Ben didn't know was that when it comes to death, Mike Heffelbauer, licensed and board certified in funeral services since 1990, has served families with dignity and respect while saving them thousands with their affordable and realistic pricing. Heffelbauer Funeral Services, family owned and community involved. When certainty calls, call Heffelbauer Funeral Services, 720-344-6087, 720-344-6087, or visit heffelbauerfuneralservices.com.
If printing is an essential part of your business day, then RMK Cartridge is your lifeline to success. Hi, this is Eric, and Angel and I wouldn't think of running our business without having RMK Cartridge on our speed dial. Remanufactured ink and toner cartridges are just the beginning. Free delivery and award-winning service coupled with 30 to 50% savings over original manufacturer products means that we're saving time, money, and space in the landfill all at once. Treat your printer to the best. Contact the guys at RMK Cartridge at 303-781-2076 or on the web at rmkcartridge.com.
Renew, heal, and experience the miraculous with Master Healer, Yoga, and Meditation teacher, Karen Corona. Karen has 30 years experience providing natural healing therapies and nutritional education. Her yoga and meditation programs will guide you back to vibrant health and wellness. Call Karen today and get started. 303-725-1119. Mention Experience Pros and get $450 off Karen's upcoming healing and yoga retreat in June, set in lovely Nuevo Vallarta, Mexico. 303-725-1119 or online at KarenCorona.com.
Networking is full of myths. Bring lots of business cards. Be sure to meet at least 10 new people. Have your 30-second sales pitch ready. Your network is your net worth, but only if you're networking with your A-team. Take the guesswork out of your networking by joining Extreme Relationship Management. It's transforming the way people are networking. It's way more fun than drive-by networking and doesn't waste your time handing out stacks of business cards. Check out ExtremeRelationshipManagement.com for their next event. ExtremeRelationshipManagement.com.
Teaching you to live on less than you make, a concept Congress can't grasp. It's the Dave Ramsey Show every day at noon right here on 560 AM KLZ.
This is Angie Austin. Catch the good news with Angie Austin weekdays over on our sister station 810 KLVZ. Now back to the Experience Pros on KLZ 560, The Source.
The Experience Pros radio show, where small business is big business and your business is our business. Follow them on twitter.com/experiencepros. Now, back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Welcome back to the most positive business show of your day.
Yes.
I think so. I think I could say that.
I think you should.
It is the most positive thing in your day. All right. You are invited. We have partnered up with Open House with Style. They are a brand new member of our Extreme Customer Service Directory. Penny Brendan, the owner of Open House with Style.
That girl knows everybody.
She really is super uber connected. She calls these events a mini trade show with maximum exposure. And there's an event going on this Thursday, January 30th, from 4 to 7 p.m. at the Regal Fitness in Littleton. I actually posted it on our calendar tab for Meetup, but we're actually going to start posting these as a Meetup event, an Experience Pros Meetup event.
Oh, nice.
Because it's just a great way to meet local entrepreneurs, local business owners, all in one place, great exposure. She does a couple of them a month all over town. There's some down south. She has some up in Broomfield, which I think we're going to start partnering with our friends up in Broomfield.
What kind of companies are involved in these open house with style vendor connections?
Well, I'm just going to read them, if
All
that's
right.
all right. I'll read a couple of them.
Sure.
Regal Fitness is the host of the event. We have Hertz.
Hertz, like
Hertz, the rental car.
Automotive rental car place?
Rental car place.
Wow, that's exactly.
That's exactly?
Well, you know, it's either Hertz or it's not
Oh,
exactly.
it's like. Oh,
It's a
no, it's
commercial.
exactly. Oh,
Yeah.
is it?
Never
See?
mind. Go ahead.
Sorry. Infinite Nation, Buttons Silver Designs. There's B&I. There's Salon Nevea and Day Spa.
Nice.
Core Contractors, Roofing and Restoration. Aspen Green Carpet Care.
Any restaurants? I'm looking for a restaurant.
Restaurants. Chick-fil-A will be there.
Hey!
Chick-fil-A will be there.
Chick-fil-A.
A couple of boutiques. Garvin Sewer Service, which is a member of our Extreme Customer Service Directory, will be
Fantastic
there.
people.
Infinite Nation is a member of our directory, will be there. There will be Kaizen, who does accounting, the eWomen Network, Edward Jones, Embroidery by Design, Solar City.
Wow.
Lots and lots and lots. Actually, I think she usually has about 40, 50, 60 vendors.
That's amazing.
Yeah, not too shabby, not too shabby. So check it out. You can go to our meetup and click on the calendar tab to see this event. But come on out on Thursday. We'll be there right at the beginning, like from 4 to 5, visiting the Open House with Style event.
You want to get to our meetup, just go to experiencepros.com and click on the meetup icon on the top right corner. That'll take you straight there. Make sure you click the calendar tab, and you'll be well on your way to connecting with Open House with Style.
All right, so how about this?
Okay.
How would you like to go to the St. Regis in Aspen?
Oh.
Ideally located in downtown Aspen at the base of Colorado's legendary, breathtaking Aspen Mountain, within walking distance to many area attractions.
It is gorgeous.
Now, in the summertime, we always think of it, okay, of course, skiing and winter
Sure.
activities. There's so much going on in the summer. Well, we're going to send one lucky winner to the St. Regis in Aspen this summer, thanks to our partner with Highland Ranch Travel and our presenting sponsor, Binkley IT, for our Experience Travel campaign, marketing campaign. We're collaborating with tons of businesses around the city.
Right.
We're going to send Eric on his first vacation in over 12 years.
Wait, what?
Yes, we don't know where you're going yet, because we're going to allow our listeners to vote on where you're going to get to go.
I've been thinking about this over the weekend. I don't think that's such a great idea.
Wait, no, stick with me. We talked about this.
I'm trying.
No, we
but
talked about this.
There's a chicken farm in the Blue Ridge Mountains that is on the list.
You like chicken. It's food. You want to see where your food came from? You want to
no,
get back to nature?
No, I used to work in the chicken farms. Really
Oh,
not,
so
not
see,
my
this
day.
is like going back to the good old days.
No,
your
this is
childhood.
Marcy saying, haha, Eric, you're always talking about picking up chicks? Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I love her sense of humor. I love her
I'm so
sense of
sure
humor.
about this.
The voting is going to start on February 3rd, where we'll be announcing all the different voting locations where you can go around town and vote. And every time you vote, you are entered to win a trip to the St. Regis in Aspen.
I have been on that motorcycle. It is not fun.
You're going to be okay.
All right.
He's going to be okay.
Okay.
All right, so we might need some encouragement for Eric, because it truly is his first vacation. We're going to try and make this as easy as possible. He's not going to come to work
Right.
for a week.
Voting starts on February 3rd.
Yeah.
And when we get that voting going, you can vote online and you can vote at the various kiosks around the city. If you own a brick and mortar, if people come into your building, this is probably one of the least expensive, most productive campaigns we've ever run, and it gives you a way to connect with your customers. It gives you a way to connect with our listeners, because we're going to drive traffic. We'll do a live remote in your place. It doesn't get much better than that, and it is pennies on the dollar.
Pennies.
Right.
Pennies.
From
All right.
heaven.
Okay, so I just got a text in.
You did?
For this travel experience marketing campaign.
Okay.
We've been, finding kiosks. I like the word kiosk, voting locations all over town where you'll be able to go and vote for where you want to send Eric to. But one of the things that we were looking for was a fitness sponsor, because Eric, you don't want to see that. You don't want to you don't want to see that. So we needed a fitness sponsor.
I'm a large man.
Yeah, tall is fine. Wide is not. So You now have a fitness sponsor. The Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe Road is your fitness sponsor.
They are?
They are. Are you ready for your Orange Theory workout?
Bring it, Orange Theory.
Oh, I can't wait.
You got.
I can't wait. I need a video camera. I'm gonna need a bucket to sop up the. We're gonna take some measurements. We're gonna take some before and after.
We're not showing those.
We won't show the befores until there's an after.
No, I don't think we should show the befores either.
No, because when you have an after,
I see the befores every day.
Yeah, me too.
Woo,
well, maybe not quite like you
not
do,
like
but
I do.
mean it's enough. Well, let me just say. So.
It's enough. It's more than enough.
It's enough, more than enough. We're going to capture this whole thing. So thank you so much to Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe, where they work in the Orange Zone. It's like group training, but personalized.
I'm ready.
Are you?
I am. I'm actually very excited. You know, your husband Jay and I were talking a little bit on Saturday night about the old days when our two families would go and work out. We did this routine for 5 years. We went every day to the gym, Monday through Friday at 5:30 in the morning. It's the best fitness of our lives. And both of us are kind of reminiscing over it and saying, you know, gosh, I kind of miss those days. And what we really miss is the, as you get older, you do a little creak, a little crack, a little groaning and moaning. Things tend, gravity, well, let's just say that gravity is an unkind lover. And we're going to fix that over at Orange Theory Fitness.
I can't wait. I can't wait. I think this is going to be so much fun to watch.
All right.
I love it. All right. So that's all I had to say about all of that.
And what else you got?
I have one more piece. If you are working from home and don't want to anymore, for whatever reason, you need a professional setting to run your company, you've decided to take it. I'm not going to do it as a hobby anymore. I've been listening to the Experience Pros radio show. I've been treating it like a hobby. I'm ready to take it to the next level. I need a conference room. I want a full-time receptionist from 8 to 5.
That's big thinking.
4 conference rooms, a kitchen,
it's going to cost you
a copier.
An arm and a leg.
Think about how much that would cost you to hire a full-time receptionist.
Thousands.
Just think about that.
Thousands. I mean,
8 to 5, Monday through Friday, 40 hours a week.
At least $1,200, $1,500 a month just for the person. Not that you don't get any of the amenities, you don't get any of the office, you don't get any of the conference room or any of that stuff.
Kellogg Executive Suites at 26 West Dry Creek Circle has a couple of openings for office spaces that they are looking to lease. It comes with full amenities, your telephone, your internet service, your incoming mail service, your receptionist, all of that. And they have a couple offices that are only $525 a month.
Come on.
Call them at 303-798-7776 and tell them that Experience Pros sent you, that you're taking it from hobby to corporate.
You know, I love that. And if you have that big thinking mentality, the sky is really the limit. You can go anywhere, do anything, because there's no stopping you. Angel and I strongly encourage you. I remember very clearly the day that we were at a local coffee shop, which is where we were doing our officing.
Yep.
And we realized that for the same amount of money, we could go and get into a little office, and it was little, but that's all right.
It was ours.
It was ours. Had our phone line, had our internet, had all that plugged in. We paid a heck of a lot more than that $525, I'm telling you right now.
Just for the tiny little office.
And it didn't come with a receptionist or any of that.
No.
But it was such a game changer.
It did have that icky conference room. Do you remember, with the 1940s wallpaper on it?
I do remember that. It's not like that over Kellogg Executive Suites, and I'm telling you, it was a game changer for us. And look at us today. We're the fastest growing, most positive business talk show in America. The same can be your story. And we got to take a quick station ID. We got a whole nother hour of positive business talk, including Holly Mullins. And I'm telling you, you want to know insurance? She knows insurance. She's coming up next. We want to say thank you on behalf of Charlie, our producer, and Angel, myself, and all the people that make the Experience Pros radio show coming every day to you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for sharing. We will be back right after this.
This has been the Experience Pros radio show with business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer. For more information, you can contact Experience Pros by calling 720-344-2446 or visit them on the web at experiencepros.com, facebook.com/experiencepros, and twitter.com/experiencepros. What are you waiting for? Join the revolution.
KLZ 560. Another shot heard around the world on The Source.
Does the IRS deserve more of your money or not? The agency's new chief is asking for more of your dollars. Why? Well, to enforce the health care law, of course.
No, they don't. The Treasury Inspector General just last August found $67 million missing at the IRS that was meant to enforce health care reform. That was about 15% of the IRS's budget for health reform at that time. Listen, we know that the health reform bill is loaded with all these different taxes. The IRS's taxpayer advocate is already saying that the tax code is designed to entrap. We get it. But the IRS itself, as a steward of taxpayer money, has not performed so great.
KLZ 560 and 560thesource.com.
We just started the Total Money Makeover, and we want to know if it's still okay to go on family vacations.
The Dave Ramsey Show.
I'm not talking about a cruise or Hawaii, just something like Disney or Six Flags. Disney with 8 kids would break the house. I mean, you have to sell your house for that, wouldn't you? The deeper you sacrifice, the faster you're going to get out of debt. And the faster you get out of debt, you're going to build wealth. It's that simple a formula.
Dave Ramsey, noon to 3 on KLZ 560, The Source.
560 KLZ HD Denver and online streaming at 560thesource.com since 1922. KLZ Denver.
This is the Blaze Radio News. I'm John DeMaster.
One of the things President Obama really ought to do is look in the TV camera and say to the over 5 million Americans all across this country who've had their health insurance canceled because of Obamacare, to look in the camera and say, I'm sorry.
Republican Senator Ted Cruz of Texas on CBS's Face the Nation giving some advice to President Obama ahead of the State of the Union, saying even if the president does apologize for the Obamacare disaster, he never follows through on his apologies.
The pattern we've seen over and over again with this president is he says he's sorry, he expresses outrage, but then he doesn't fix the problem. He keeps doing it over and over.
A new AP poll saying of those trying to sign up for Obamacare or living with someone who has, 71% running into problems, only 4% saying things going extremely well with the law. Republican Congressman Trey Radel of Florida, convicted of cocaine possession, is resigning, sending a letter to House Speaker John Boehner. This is news on the Blaze Radio Network.
In the year 1791, Americans were guaranteed individual freedoms and a limited government. Today, those freedoms are disappearing. The government listens to your phone calls and scans your emails. That's why we've created 1791 Email. When you sign up for an account, you can rest assured that we won't invade your inbox or scan your emails. And with your 1791 Email account, you'll be letting everyone know that you believe in individual freedom. Find out more about 1791 Email at 1791.com and start sharing the spirit of America today. For the record, establishing truth in the media and setting a new standard in broadcast journalism. Investigating the stories the mainstream media doesn't just ignore, but are afraid to uncover. A news program that doesn't compromise anything, has no political agenda, and nothing to lose. For the record, restoring truth in the media and setting the record straight. Returning soon to the Blaze. Truth lives here.
The Blaze Radio News on KLZ 560 The Source.
You're listening to the Experience Pros radio show brought to you by Mass Mutual Colorado. Experience Pros, where business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer, best-selling authors of Lists That Save My Business and founders of Experience Pros University, are inspiring you to get your business right. Let's join Angel and Eric for today's program.
Hello and welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show with Angel and Eric. We do appreciate you for tuning in. Hopefully, this is the most inspiring hour of your business work day.
Okay, so speaking of Adam Smith.
Yes.
In our last hour, we referenced Adam and how he collaborates and uses his content and uses multimedia to really get his content out there.
Sure,
to become
absolutely.
the expert. So I ran into Adam.
You ran into him?
Well, I thought so.
Oh.
I thought so. Do you ever go out in public and you're at the mall or you're at the grocery store and you run into somebody but it's out of context so you can't really put it together? Has that ever happened to you?
Yes. Recently.
It happened.
She was hot.
Oh.
She was blonde.
Oh, you poor thing.
Walked in. She's like, Eric. Got up and gave me a hug. Of course, I hugged back. No clue who she was.
All right. Well, so this happens, right? You're out and about, you see somebody, and you think, oh my gosh, you look familiar, but I'm not sure. But I think that everywhere I go, I see people, and I'm sure that I've seen them before. But
they're looking at you.
But it may have just been they were in an audience. Maybe I didn't really meet them.
Right.
And so I don't really approach them almost like I approached the guy in the Jeep this morning in the parking lot. That wasn't the right guy. But
you almost attacked.
I freaked him out. He didn't get out of his car for a half an hour.
He didn't.
I know, it was so funny, but that's not the story. So I'm out on Friday night,
right,
and I see somebody, a gentleman, sitting at a table at a restaurant, and I know this person,
right,
but it's completely out of context. It's the end of the day. It's Friday night. It's been a week, right? And your brain is going, go.
Adam?
You're Adam Smith. He's like, yeah.
Yeah.
I was just going to see how long that took you.
Oh, you know what? Well played, Adam. Let me tell you the other side of that real estate finance group. That's Core Finance Group, CORE, financegroup.com. And ask him, just say, did you know it was Angel coming to you? Tell the truth.
He's not going to tell you. He probably doesn't even remember. That was like Friday night. So then this morning.
See what I just did there, though?
You collaborated, promoted.
Told everybody to go see Adam.
So so I saw somebody yesterday, a friend of mine I hadn't seen for a while, recovering from surgery. He had walked to the grocery store, and they were going to walk home, and he had in his cart a gallon of milk.
Yeah.
I've made that mistake. I've walked to the store.
Walking and then going.
Check out today's current rates and questions you should ask about your mortgage at almcmortgage.com. almcmortgage.com.
LMB number 100020432. NMLS number 266695. You can check the licensing status of your mortgage loan originator at dora.state.co.us.
When you think of going to the dentist, it makes you uncomfortable and uptight. You recall the dark ages of dentistry. Weisbard Dental wants to change that image. Imagine being welcomed in a comfortable, beautiful, brand new dental office with digital x-rays, digital photos, being comforted throughout the entire process. At Weisbard Dental, you'll be treated while relaxing in their massage chairs. Make an appointment for Weisbard Dental at 303-773-3373. Check them out at weisbarddental.com. WEISBARD dental.com.
I'm Dr. Lee Weisbard, and I can make you smile.
When it comes time for you to buy your next new or gently used vehicle, you'll definitely want an auto broker. And when it comes to which auto broker to choose, here's all you need to know. Matt Martin and H.M. Brown and Associates. Matt has access to all makes and models and offers fantastic financing, leasing, and can even help you with your trade-in. H.M. Brown has 27 years with an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. Buy your next car with the integrity and capable help of Matt Martin and H.M. Brown and Associates. 303-414-2388. Call today.
Your photographs are your treasures. Your art collection means something to you, and that jersey you won in that silent auction is providing you with tons of bragging rights, so it matters to you where you have it framed. Trust your framing to the experts at Frame the Art, the experts with heart. What matters to you matters to Frame the Art. Don't drop your treasures off at a warehouse. Call Frame the Art, 303-722-1525, 303-722-1525, located just north of Dartmouth on South Broadway in Englewood. Frame the Art. It matters.
If you're ready to get serious about your health, then experience the BioT difference. BioT Medical's all-natural testosterone pellet therapy is the safest and most effective way to increase your testosterone levels. Testosterone therapy not only improves your energy and libido, but also protects against heart disease, high cholesterol, type 2 diabetes, Alzheimer's, and prostate cancer. Go to biotmedical.com to find a BioT certified practitioner near you. That's BIOTE medical.com.
Are you an expert? At Experience Pros, we feature the best in business, and we're looking for industry experts to share tips with our audience. If you're an expert who offers great customer service and you'd like to be a part of the Experience Pros radio show, click on the radio interview request at experiencepros.com. We want our audience to hear from you. Go to experiencepros.com and fill out the radio interview request and start spreading the news that you're going to be on the radio.
Your healthy radio addiction. The Laura Ingraham Show, live weekday mornings at 7 on KLZ 560, The Source.
Business owners, I'm Dave Ramsey, and I want you to listen to the most positive small business talk show in America, The Experience Pros, with my friends Angel and Eric, mornings at 10, right before the Dave Ramsey Show at noon on The Source, KLZ 560.
The Experience Pros want to help you get your business right. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experience Pros radio show.
We can dance if we want to. We can leave your friends behind. Cause your friends don't dance, and if they don't dance, well, they're no friends of mine.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show with Angel and Eric. We do appreciate you for tuning in. I've been so excited about this next guest. You know, insurance is something that you probably don't know enough about, and you need to have a specialist on your side.
We do have the specialist for you, Holly Mullins, a farmer's agency. And I'll tell you what, I'm even learning Spanish when I call. For español, marque dos.
That's true. That's true.
Hi, Holly.
Hi. How are you guys?
We're doing fantastic. Very nice to have you along with us. Let's get right to it. There's a lot of misconceptions that go out there in the insurance world, and kudos, by the way, to the Farmers National ad campaign. I think they're doing a lot to peel back the layers of misconceptions that are out there. But we got you in the studio, and I'd rather have you here than that guy on TV anytime. Let's just say that somebody has a car. It's a beater.
Yes.
All right. It's old. It's got lots of miles on it. They need to have the lowest possible coverage possible.
I mean, that's why you have an old car, so you can have a little bit of insurance, right?
Right. That is a huge misconception out there. But really what the truth is it doesn't matter if your car is 20 years old or you took it off the lot yesterday. Your liability coverage is got to stay the same. That's the most important. That's what protects you, so you cause an accident, other people are injured. That's what kind of protects you from not getting sued or losing an asset or things like that.
So liability CYA.
Yes, liability is
covers
CYA.
your assets.
Yeah, so it's not what's going to cover your car, it's what's going to cover the people that are hurt from an accident. And that's what's expensive. Bodily injury is so expensive these days. So it doesn't, like I said, I tell people all the time, your car has no reflection on what your liability coverage is. So keep that high. That's the most important.
Okay, so now I'm going to double my liability. I'm going to double my cost. Is that a good value?
Well, and that's another huge misconception too, is people think, oh my gosh, if I go from $50,000 to $100,000 of liability, that's going to mean I'm going to double my price, right?
Right, yeah.
very, very wrong. I've seen it go up as little as $5 a month, maybe $10 a month, and
Really?
Yes.
$10 a month, and I can get an extra possibly $50,000 in. Ooh, I mean, I can't even go out for coffee for that.
Seriously.
That's kind of a smart move. Okay, so then, I mean, we're always thinking we have to lower our liability, and so it's not that much of a difference in our premium.
No. The liability, it's once you kind of get it, stair-stepping up is very little to increase, and it just makes so much more sense because it's so much easier to come up with an extra few bucks a month than it is to come up with thousands of dollars.
That's the same thing like going to the coffee shop, too, though. You get your basic cup of coffee. It's just a very little bit to step up to the next size.
Right?
Right.
That's true. To go from the venti or from the regular to the venti. Yeah.
It's like 50 cents. So,
exactly.
All right.
All right, so I got a question for you, and we'll stick to the concept of automotive insurance, if you will, please, for just a moment. I've got full coverage.
Right.
Right? That's everything I need, right?
Right, yeah. Everyone loves to say that. I've got full coverage.
Right.
Okay. Well, what does that mean? And then I get the blank stare.
Well, yeah. You send me a card, I put it in my wallet. What else do you need to know, lady?
Yeah, I have an insurance card.
Right.
Yeah.
So full coverage, basically what that means is that you have liability coverage, like what we've been talking about, plus property damage coverage. So, which is what's protecting your car. So you have a hailstorm and your car needs to be fixed, or you run into another car and your car has to be fixed. So those are like the combination. But also some people think, well, when I say I have full coverage, that also means I have towing and I have rental car
and windshield replacement.
But that's not always the case. So those are kind of elective coverages that you can add or take off. And sometimes people just think, well, I have full coverage. That's what they say, and they just think that means I'm good to go.
I have my insurance card.
And then they have an accident or their car breaks on the side of the road and they find out,
it's not covered like you thought it was.
I think Holly, that's the biggest scary thing to me is that most of us are running around with insurance. We're paying insurance, right? We want insurance. We're paying our premiums. I've got my little card, and then I get in an accident and I find out I am so underinsured. And I hear this over and over again from people, and until you hear about somebody else that is underinsured, we don't even go back to really review our policy because I've got full coverage.
Right, exactly. And you think you're good to go for years, and that's unfortunate because people should be kind of reviewing it and thinking about it and, kind of asking those questions like, okay, if this happens, what happens?
Right. Well, and I think that's really the value of having an insurance agent.
Yeah, you can't get all those questions answered in 15 minutes or less.
No, you
Hello. That's a great point. You really need somebody who's going to be an expert, who's going to help you ask the right questions so that you can answer. And then it's not necessarily a sales game for you because, frankly, you're going to be there for them regardless of where or when they need.
Absolutely.
But once something happens, then you are no longer part of the game. It goes straight to the claims department, right?
Yeah, the claims steps in and helps, but I still try to be involved if I can, answer questions.
Nice.
Because I think sometimes people feel weird asking those questions to maybe the claims adjusters are like, well, this they said this, but
there's no
I didn't want to
relationship
ask.
there, right?
Or, and so I always tell people, call me and say, hey, did that make sense, or do you have questions, or because I think it is a confusing time and it's an emotional time anytime you have something happen. So usually sometimes I'm more the person that helps deal with the emotions and the adjusters kind of put you back together.
I love that. All right, well, you're not asking all the right questions if you've only spent 15 minutes getting yourself insured. I promise you, you are most likely underinsured and you don't have full coverage. If you want to know what all of that means, how you can make sure that you are truly covered for your liability and protecting yourself. You've paid for insurance. You want to make sure that it's going to cover you, and how scary it would be to find out once you've had an accident after the fact. Then it's too late. How do you want people to contact you, Holly?
They can reach us at 303-366-7101 is our office number.
Do that again.
303-366-7101.
And can we do most of this over the phone, or do we need to come into the office?
I can give people, if they want the .com experience, and they can do it, through my website or email, that's fine. I personally like to talk to people on the phone, sit down with them. I think it's kind of like one of those things when you get your doctor checkup. It's kind of like getting your insurance checkup. You should talk to people in person. Don't write your own prescription. Get someone else to do it.
That's a great point.
Ooh, that is. Don't write your own prescription. Holly Mullins with Farmers. Anything else you want our listeners to know before we have to let you go?
Nope, that's it. Just, I think it pays attention. I think it's important to pay attention to what you have, know what you're paying for, and happy Monday.
Happy Monday. From Holly Mullins, thank you so much for joining us today. And folks, when we come back, we're going to teach you how to go all Five Guys fries on your guests. Coming up next on the Experience Pros Radio Show.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
Run a business and have a life. You got into business so you could enjoy life, and Employer Essentials can help. They keep up with the ever-changing payroll and employment laws and requirements, as well as all those employee management issues. Employer Essentials is the answer you've been looking for to add payroll and HR solutions that offer you peace of mind and the time to do what you want to do. Employer Essentials, Denver's trusted local payroll and HR provider for 15 years. EmployerEssentials.com or 303-734-9436.
You've tried and tried to shed those 10, 20, even 50 pounds of excess weight, and like so many Americans, you're frustrated. It's no secret that the body needs to be in balance before lasting weight loss can be maintained. Let Dr. Deborah Zeff and Christy Edwards of Holistic Herbal Health help you detoxify your body and get you on the fast track to quantum weight loss. You know you can do this. Now you know someone who can help. Call Dr. Zeff and get started on your quantum weight loss today. 303-249-7742. That's 303-249-7742 or online at rootedinhealth.com.
When you work from home, you run the risk of setting up a makeshift workspace in the corner or somewhere off to the side of your bedroom. It's not really a home office. It just happens to be your office at home. Let Helene's Designs help you create a productive workspace that transforms you from hobbyist into an innovative CEO ready to be featured in a magazine spread. Take charge of your home office and call Helene's Designs. You're the CEO. Make sure your home office looks like it. 720-233-7302. 720-233-7302.
Leaders, listen up. You want to get the very best from your people, and See It Thrive can help. Address personnel challenges with confidence and unleash the best performance out of your organization, team, or individuals. See It Thrive helps you realize the possibilities of your team coming together as an unstoppable force. Reduce conflict and empower transformation. Because you work with people, make the courageous choice to see it thrive. Call Sue Kenfield today at 303-791-2807. That's 303-791-2807. Discover and sign up for upcoming workshops at seeitthrive.com.
Nylands Collision Center is an award-winning body shop that takes great care of you and your car. This matters when your insurance company wants to take shortcuts. Nylands Collision Center only uses manufactured parts. This matters when a cheap, ill-fitting part is available. At Nylands, it matters. If it's not perfect, it's not leaving. 303-761-9219. 303-761-9219.
Tell your staff to tune in daily to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Business training and inspiration from national experts are here for you every day on the Experience Pros Radio Show. Start your week off by learning a great new business skill. Tune in midweek to boost your positive attitude and be sure to always end your week with Fan Dragon Friday. The Experience Pros Radio Show is here for you every day, changing the way people treat people in business. Join the revolution and tune in to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Weekday business training designed to inspire you to get your business right.
Do you know what your own personal debt ceiling should be? 0! I'm going to surgically remove the word debt from your vocabulary. Sound like fun? Well, it is. It's called The Dave Ramsey Show. Weekdays at noon on KLZ 560, The Source.
The Experience Pros want to help you get your business right. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experience Pros Radio Show.
Welcome back to the most fun hour of your work day. Angel and Eric here talking about business in a positive spin. You've been to Five Guys Burgers before, right? You know that chain's a national chain, Five Guys Burgers. Zagat rates them as one of the best burger chains in the country.
I'm not like a burger connoisseur, so I'm like, have we been there?
Yeah, we've been
Eric
there.
would know.
No,
Eric would know if we've
I'm going to
been there.
remind you, and you'll remember instantly.
Okay.
Because when you go to Five Guys, it is not about the burgers. Those are nice. It's about the fries.
Is that the place where they scooped and scooped and scooped and scooped some more?
Right.
I love that place.
Right?
I love fries. Although, you kind of want to go, you can chill out on the fries.
Yeah, but they can't, and here's why. You see, Five Guys fries, here's the experience. For those of you who have not been to Five Guys Burgers, it's not Five Guys fries, but you might want to call it Five Guys fries because they give you enough to feed 5 guys. Right? You order some fries from the counter and maybe a burger or whatnot, and they have a paper bag that they do. They get a little paper boat, right? A little tray for your fries, like most fry places, and they scoop and fill up the Five Guys fry boat. Then they put that in the bottom of the bag. So nice and neat and wonderful, right? Then they take a scoop that's twice the size of the boat, and they scoop through this huge amount of fries, and they dump it on top of the boat.
Don't you love it? What is it about free food that just like puts us over the edge? When a server comes around and gives you like a little free dessert, or they take the bloomin' onion, they take that off your bill, or the extra fries, we get so excited about that.
You bet.
I mean, there's got to be some psychological
People
something.
love getting a deal. They love saving money. And when we think that we're the special country that gets a special customer that gets extra fries, you kidding me? We love it. Does it cost Five Guys any extra? No.
Well,
no.
No?
No,
Is it like getting the free cookie at the
Do you
grocery
think it
store?
surprises Five Guys that they're going to put that many fries in? No, they charge you for it. But you don't know. Because you're paying for an order of fries.
You think what you paid for
It's
was
the boat.
scoop number 1.
Right.
But you're actually already paying for scoop number 2.
You are. What business model is going to let you go backwards by doing that, right? So they give you the extra. Does it build goodwill?
You bet it does.
Count on it.
You bet it does. Okay, so, all right. So that's the Five Guys fries thing. They
Right.
built it in. You feel special. You feel rewarded. You feel like you've gotten a great deal. You're excited. Now and excited is what we want from our consumers, right?
Right.
We want them to feel like they were special and super excited. How do we translate that? Because as a small business, we could totally take that and make that our dill pickle.
Absolutely, you
Or
can
our
make
French
it.
fry.
Your dill pickle's a reference to an article that we discussed on the air a couple of days ago. But here's the reality: whatever it is you're doing, learn first to charge for what you're worth. Right? So
Once you know what you're worth, you'll stop discounting.
Absolutely, you don't have to discount. But you charge what you're worth, and then you add value on top of that, and you can add things. For instance, you buy a month of advertising, and you get a month of advertising on the Experience Pros website as well.
Oh, look at that!
Right?
Built in, but it's free. It's an add-on. It's gift with purchase.
It's gift with purchase.
Love gift with purchase.
That's all the Five Guys fries are.
You know what? But the way they do it makes you feel special, and I
Right.
think that's the piece that we have to get in touch with. Is what are we doing? What are we giving already?
Right.
And there's probably things you're already doing, so you don't even have to go back to the drawing board and say, okay, what can we add? Right now, you probably have something that's extra value, but you don't tell your clients, I'm going to give you free shipping. You don't tell your clients, I'm going to expedite this. You don't tell your clients, you're going to get 2 consultants on your
Right.
project. We keep all those goodies to ourselves.
Yes.
Therefore, we're not creating that Five Guys fries experience.
That's it.
Because we forget to tell them, oh, I didn't tell you that as a member of the Extreme Customer Service Directory, you get this. Of course you get that. We've already thrown that in. But if we don't tell our story,
then they don't know, and then they can't be as raving about you as they are about Five Guys fries, because they think, my gosh, I'm getting such a deal. No, you're not, but you're getting what it's worth. You're having added value to that. You get 5 pounds of fries with your burger.
but you feel like you paid for half a pound.
Right. It's just common sense. So go all Five Guys fries on your clients, and you will see a dramatic increase in your word-of-mouth marketing. You want your clients to outperform your marketing budget. Notice I didn't say you don't have a marketing budget. You have to have one, but you want your clients to outperform that. How do they do that? Add value.
Well, you know who originally kind of coined this? I think was that Ronke guy. What is Ronco? Ronco. Yep. You know, he's like, but wait, there's more.
That's it.
We're going to throw in, and we're going to add, and we're going to give you.
Ron Popeil never lost $1 by saying, but wait, there's more.
So, yeah, can we? But wait, there's more.
I think you should. Five Guys fries. There you have it. Folks, don't go anywhere when we come back. You know that from time to time things happen in life, and when an emergency strikes, you need to know how to react. We've got the expert CPR whiz coming up next on the Experience Pros Radio Show.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit ExperiencePros.com.
Where do you go when the bank says no? Every business needs money, and yours is probably no different. What's that you say? Your bank backed out on a commitment to you? Our friend Steve Replin has the answers to your financial questions. Steve's new book, Where to Go When the Bank Says No, is the authoritative guide to finding you the money you need now. Where to Go When the Bank Says No, available right now at hardmoneybooks.com. That's hardmoneybooks.com. Where do you go when the bank says no? hardmoneybooks.com.
It's time for you to take control of your money. If it's in a 401k, someone else is in charge. Getting a loan from yourself is not what you've always been taught, and it's not complicated. Pick up the phone and call Walt Wilson at Private Pension Design and ask him about the infinite banking concept at 303-550-2847. That's 303-550-2847. You can start learning more at privatepensiondesign.com. There are 10 videos and other tools to help you get out of debt without changing your cash flow or paying extra taxes. You've worked hard for the money you've saved. Learn how to keep more control of it at privatepensiondesign.com.
This is Dave Logan, and I know what it's like to get home and not be able to get into the garage, right? I mean, it's especially frustrating when you're getting home from a road trip. That's why I now trust Don's Garage Doors to make sure that it never happens to me again. The LiftMaster system, along with the reliability at Don's, gives me absolute confidence that I'll always be welcomed home. Perhaps you should contact my friends at Don's Garage Doors and ask about their free keypad and remote offers while their supplies last. Find them online at donsgaragedoors.com or call them at 303-738-DOOR.
Hi, this is Karen with Seniors Helping Seniors of South Metro Denver. If you or someone you know is a more mature citizen who needs a little extra hand around the house, Seniors Helping Seniors is your answer. We provide personal care, companionship, transportation, meal preparation, and more, including Alzheimer's and dementia care. And all of our helpers are seniors themselves. Licensed and trustworthy help is available at seniorshelpingSeniors.com/South Metro Denver or by calling 303-990-4561. That's 303-990-4561. Call today and let's meet.
Design, implement, and support. If you have a computer, a cell phone, or a tablet, you have a network. Hi, this is Eric, and I've got great news for you. Your network has a guy. For the last 15 years, Brad Binkley of Binkley IT has served his clients without killing their budget. Brad can effectively manage a network of up to 50 computers, typically for about 2 to 4 hours a week. Huge savings, no sacrifice. Call Brad today for your next IT partner, 720-254-1057. That's 720-254-1057. Binkley IT, solving the IT puzzle, one piece at a time.
You know, the last time I was on Denver radio, Rocky Mountain High was just a song. Hi, everybody, it's me, America's Mr. Right, Jason Lewis. Join me weeknights at 7 for the Jason Lewis Show on KLZ 560, The Source.
Hey, I'm Dave Ramsey, and my show is live on KLZ, and I want to hear from you. Call me today so I can help you live debt-free. That's the Dave Ramsey Show, coming up from noon to 3 on The Source, AM 560 KLZ.
The Experience Pros Radio Show, where small business is big business and your business is our business. Follow them on twitter.com/experiencepros. Now, back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show with Angel and Eric. We do appreciate you for tuning in. Hey, if something urgent happened, would you know what to do? If somebody maybe on a flight next to you or maybe in your office space started grabbing their heart and maybe couldn't breathe, what would you do?
What would you do? Well, we brought in Georgia Priestley with CPR Wiz, CPRwiz.com. They provide on-site classes in CPR, first aid, and other first aid stuff. I know you said bloodborne pathogens, and I thought, I don't even know really what is that.
Sounds like a movie.
I know, it sounds very exciting. They come in, they'll come on site, and they will teach you how to be prepared for those emergencies. Georgia Priestley, welcome to the Experience Pros Radio Show.
Thank you so much. It's so great to be here.
Georgia, very nice to have you along with us today, and we're very encouraged that you've got some information that we need to get out to our listeners. Let's talk about CPR Wiz. What makes your company different than the others that are out there?
It's such a great question because I think there's so many different programs that are out there.
Sure.
And CPR, people have had to take it for years,
right,
over and over and over again. And so you want to have a program that really meets the customer's needs, and one that is time efficient, cost effective, convenient. And because of those things, staff really loves it. They love our program. You can find classes out there that are 4 hours long, that are 8 hours long, that are 2-day programs, and ours is 2 hours.
2 hours.
You know, we get in, get it done,
right,
and get you moving on, and in a way that, you know, it's so funny. I've had people come into class and they kind of sit there with their arms folded and scowling at me like, how long is this going to take, you know, that kind of stuff. And as I get going, they're like, wow, I'm learning so much, and it's quick, and it's fun, and the methodology works, and, you know.
You have a proven system that there's no fuss, no muss. We get in, we teach you, and it's exciting. It's all the relevant information, and I remember taking a first aid class like at the, I don't know, like the local community center when I needed to, be CPR trained for babysitting. Then I've had a couple other jobs where we had to have some CPR training. I know certain industries require it, and so I know you'll train those companies. But what about if we just want to have our staff prepared in case, like Eric said, we're on an airplane, or just out in the community, and we want to be a service, a servant to our community? Can we come in and take these classes?
Oh, totally. The thing, I feel like, sometimes you wonder, well, there are people that have to have it, but I think everybody should have it. If you're faced with an emergency, you want to have the tools at least to do something. And that's what I love about this. That's why I'm so passionate about it, is I think if you get in that situation, you will wish that you had taken a class.
You will wish. I don't regret that. Don't have that moment of regret.
Georgia, I used to be a lifeguard out in Huntington Beach, California, and I had to take, of course, the entire course of certification for CPR. But there have been some advances and some changes in the way that things are done these days. Are you guys up to date with all the latest?
Oh yeah. You have all of the changes that come down. They come down through the ECC, which is the Emergency Cardiac Care Council.
Okay.
So every program that's out there has to follow those guidelines.
Right.
And then they take those guidelines and they put their programming together.
Okay. All right. And what are your clients saying about your efforts?
I brought in like 5 pages.
Oh gosh, I don't know we have time for 5 pages, but apparently it's pretty good, huh?
I can't read it. But in an overall sense, I can't tell you the number of times at the end of class people have said, that's the best CPR class I ever had.
Right.
The best CPR class I've ever had. Okay, it's, you would think, why is it so different? Do you still have to do the compressions? But you don't have to always do mouth-to-mouth anymore, do you?
Well, it's
Sometimes?
best to. It still is best to. The guidelines came back that breathing is appropriate if you don't have shields and if you don't know what you're doing, if you're afraid of putting your mouth on somebody, then compressions only.
Listen, if you're
better than nothing.
If you're sitting next to me on an airplane and I turn all kinds of pale and you're hot and blonde, you have to do mouth to mouth.
I know.
I'm just saying.
Okay, so Eric's thinking he could just go around doing mouth to mouth, and he doesn't even have to do compression.
I saw that movie, The Sandlot.
He's like, you know what? I think you're having trouble breathing. Let me just give you some mouth to
Right.
mouth. And they're like, I'm fine. I can still talk.
All right, if you just want me to do compressions. All right. I'm sorry, I don't mean to make light of it. How long have you been in business?
About 35 years. This company has been there for 35 years. Ron Sanders is the man that put the program together.
Right.
And he was a corpsman in the Army.
God bless
and then decided he taught CPR for a few other companies, and then he wanted to start his own. So he took a year and went to every CPR and first aid class he could in the Wisconsin and Chicago area.
Wow.
And decided what he really liked and what he didn't like about the classes. And that is and that's what he put together. Put it together from that.
So your training costs less. It's more complete. It takes less time. When you say it only takes 2 hours, I think we're all listening going, I can do that. I can fit that in. I can bring you into my office. I can make time for that.
Well, and frankly, Angela, I think that people need to put that into their company regimen.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's one of those things that if you didn't have it, you would regret it for the rest of your life.
You know, if you're in a situation and you have the opportunity to take CPR, to be certified, CPRwiz.com. That's the website, CPRwiz.com. The phone number, 720-231-8351. Again, 720-231-8351. Look them up online, CPRwiz.com. They're also members of our Extreme Customer Service Directory. Mm-hmm. Georgia, what else do you want our listeners to know, or how can we motivate them to get involved and actually take this next step for themselves?
Well, you know, the thing I was thinking about that Ron has really instilled in all of us is help people to believe they can do it. That if an emergency happens, that they're not going to hesitate. They're going to go do something. And I think that you want a class that's not going to intimidate you, that's not going to make you feel horrible about your skills. You want a class that's you're going to go, okay, you know, if something happens, I'm going to jump in and do it. And for parents that have little kids, knowing the first aid information, knowing the how to do CPR if something happens.
How young can you take the class? How young?
Oh, babysitting age, which is 11.
11. All right. And then for size of groups, what's the what if we only have 6 people?
Our classes are $200 minimum.
Okay.
So $20 per person with a $200 minimum. So 10 and below is $200. Anything above 10 is $20 per person.
Okay. All right.
Well,
very nice.
sense.
Very cost effective.
Absolutely.
Very convenient. You come to our location, right?
We've been in homes and businesses.
You bring everything. All we have to do is provide the space. You're efficient, you're safe, you follow all the national standards to the letter, both for instruction and sanitation.
Yeah.
I love it. CPRwiz.com. Even if your company doesn't require it, you could pull together your book club, you could pull together your networking group, you could pull together friends and family.
We just got done talking about adding value to what you're doing. You know, the Five Guys Fries mentality. This would be a way to add value to your clients or your network. You're out there networking. Hey, gang, we're doing a class. Let's get this thing done. You know, you could benefit a number of different businesses just by putting it out there. In fact, I think that's what we should do.
I think we will. I think we'll put together a group. We'll put together, if people want to come and be certified, we'll offer that to our members. How about that, Georgia?
That'd be awesome.
I think that would. Yeah, you want to just be able to be of service if the emergency ever comes up.
Georgia, the phone number, please.
720-231-8351.
One more time.
720-231-8351.
That's Georgia Priestley with CPR Wiz, CPRwiz.com. You got to check this out. You got to make sure that you do something positive. Listen, don't regret. Don't live a life of regret when somebody dies. And, you know, the statistics are pretty much, they speak for themselves. You can make a difference if you get to them quickly and you know what you're doing.
Well, I think we need to get Eric in a class because, like I said, he's just running around offering, and he's not certified. Although, I don't know, having him be a card-carrying member that says I can do that might not be a great idea.
It worked out for me at 18, let me tell you.
You know, one thing, 87% of CPR that's done outside of the hospital is done on family.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why people need to know this and need to practice it.
A family member. You could save a family member's life.
Love it.
Any last things you want our listeners to know before we have to let you go, Georgia?
I'm just so excited to be a part of your group.
Love that. I love that. Well, welcome. CPRwiz.com. And your phone number one more time, Georgia?
720-231-8351.
You have no excuse. Now you must dial that number. Folks, we'll be right back with more positive business talk. You're listening to Angel and Eric on the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
Networking is full of myths. Bring lots of business cards. Be sure to meet at least 10 new people. Have your 30-second sales pitch ready. Your network is your net worth, but only if you're networking with your A-team. Take the guesswork out of your networking by joining Extreme Relationship Management. It's transforming the way people are networking. It's way more fun than drive-by networking and doesn't waste your time handing out stacks of business cards. Check out ExtremeRelationshipManagement.com for their next event. ExtremeRelationshipManagement.com.
If printing is an essential part of your business day, then RMK Cartridge is your lifeline to success. Hi, this is Eric, and Angel and I wouldn't think of running our business without having RMK Cartridge on our speed dial. Remanufactured ink and toner cartridges are just the beginning. Free delivery and award-winning service coupled with 30 to 50% savings over original manufacturer products means that we're saving time, money, and space in the landfill all at once. Treat your printer to the best. Contact the guys at RMK Cartridge at 303-781-2076 or on the web at rmkcartridge.com.
Being a homeowner, business owner, or a consumer has never been easier thanks to the Extreme Customer Service Directory. You can count on the Experience Pros Network to deliver the best in customer service and collaboration. Check out the Extreme Customer Service Directory for all your referrals, and if you don't see your favorites on the list, let us know. We'll check them out, and if their customers are saying great things about them, they could be a great fit for the Extreme Customer Service Directory online at experiencepros.com/directory.
Can you imagine going an entire day without your phone or computer? Crazy, right? How else would you communicate with your team, contact that client, or even get paid? Absolutely nothing happens when you don't have technology in your lap. Even a slow-running computer can stall your progress, and when your software doesn't sync, nothing seems to work out. You've got a technology partner like no other with C2 Computer Consulting. C2 is your business pain reliever. Solve your pain. Call C2 at 303-933-1113.
You want to create more in your life and you want to do it with ease, but you aren't sure how to get there. It's time to be open to new ideas and do what Faith did. It's time to pick up your copy of the new book, What Would Faith Do? By Faith Young. Filled with inspirational stories of people just like you who overcame adversity and went on to achieve amazing things, What Would Faith Do? Will motivate you to do the same. Create an abundant life through faith. Get a sneak peek of What Would Faith Do? Or purchase a copy at, you guessed it, whatwouldfaithdo.com.
Hi, business owners. You wish you could get more people to come into your store, restaurant, or studio? So we put together an incredible marketing campaign to collaborate with you. For 13 weeks, the Experience Pros Radio Show is hosting the Travel Experience Campaign, and our listeners will vote on where Eric Raymer will go on his first vacation in over 12 years. As a voting location, we'll host a live broadcast from your store, and we'll encourage our listeners to come in and vote for Eric's destination. Every time they vote, they get entered to win a trip of their own. Let's collaborate. Sign up to be a voting location for only $4.99. Email us at radio@experiencepros.com or call 855-FANBRAG. That's 855-326-2724. Spaces are limited and voting starts on February 3rd. Stay tuned right here on KLZ 560 The Source, and let's tell Eric where to go.
The Dave Ramsey Show, noon to 3 on KLZ and streaming live at 560thesource.com.
The Experience Pros want to help you get your business right. Have you joined the revolution? Visit meetup.com/therevolution and become a business revolutionary. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experience Pros Radio Show.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show with Angel and Eric. We're so glad that you've taken time out of your day to join us for our show and the Bengals.
Love that.
Gotta love the Bengals. You walking like an Egyptian?
Always.
Right.
Actually, never.
No?
Never. I can't do that one.
I kind of been walking like an Egyptian ever since I
can't do that.
I slipped on the ice and I've been kind of walking funky.
You have been walking funky
Yeah.
since you
Better
since you
today.
fell. So
Better today.
you're not supposed to fall when you're an adult.
Heck no, especially not when you're as tall as I am. That's a long way down.
Yeah, and I didn't get to watch, so I don't even have a visual.
You don't get the benefit of the clown show?
No
Yeah.
benefit.
It sounded
there.
like this. Whoop, 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 wow!
I bet it did.
Kaboom!
All right, so every day there is an event probably for you to participate in through our Experience Pros network of members. And we post a lot of their events on our meetup page, which is meetup.com/therevolution. But the easiest way to get there is go to our website, experiencepros.com.
Yep.
On the top are fun little icons. There's a YouTube icon where you get to watch the show.
Watch the show.
There's Facebook and there's Twitter, and there's a little meetup. It's red and white, little meetup badge. You just click right there. It'll take you right to the Revolution. So really the only website you need to know is experiencepros.com. While you're there, check out the Extreme Customer Service Directory. But our social calendar can be found under the Calendar tab. Now, we do this for you to make it simple, all in one place.
Right.
One little calendar, everything all grouped together. And so tomorrow, Certus
big event
having their after hours once a month. They host like 20 events a month all over town. And at the end of the month, they bring all the different locations together for one business after hours event, which features all of the groups. So it's at 6 p.m. and it's in association with the Denver Business Journal, and it's at The Living Room.
The Living Room.
Which is at 10th and Broadway.
Whose living room?
It's a fantastic little bar, a little restaurant. They've got couches, and they've got a great stage. They've got a good sound system. It's probably one of my favorite locations for Certus to host.
It is really cool, and it's very chic as well because they have these wine vending machines.
I know. So you walk up to it, you've got your glass,
right,
and it's like a little dispenser.
Yeah.
I need one for my house.
Right.
Or for the office. For the office.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Right.
So that's 6 p.m. tomorrow night. And then on Thursday night,
don't forget this. This is going to be huge.
Open House with Style, brand new partnership with us, brand new members of the Extreme Customer Service Directory. Open House with Style, mini trade show, maximum exposure.
They're partnering with Regal Fitness over there in Littleton.
At 10146 San Juan Way in Littleton. Again, go to our calendar. It starts at 4 p.m. from 4 until 7 p.m. There's probably going to be 30, 40, 50, a million vendors there.
Maybe slightly less than a million, but the 30 I'm in. There's going to be a lot of folks out there, and folks that you need to know in business. Look, we talk a lot about the Frank Circle, right? Friends, relatives, associates, networks, and customers, and this is a different type of approach to a networking group that we really can get behind because there's so many great people in there. Your rental car, Hertz, Infinity Nation is in there, Chick-fil-A, Legal Shield, Solar City, and Garvin's Sewer Service. These are people that you need to know. You think, well, I don't need a plumber today. You know something? I guarantee you know somebody who does.
Absolutely. Now, we've talked a little bit about Major Mom is doing workshops all year long, organizing kind of do-it-yourself workshops. Well, when we first announced it, they were $48 to attend. Not anymore.
What?
Not anymore. Now they're free. They're free for you to attend. Go to majormom.biz and sign up for their workshops. Their next one is on February 3rd at noon, and it's a car organizing workshop. How many of you work out of your car all day long?
Yeah.
It's your home, it's your office, it's your restaurant, it's your kids' playroom, and it's it's everything.
You're still talking about the car?
The car.
Yeah.
And we do so much in it. So a car organizing workshop at noon on February 3rd.
That's the day after the Super Bowl.
Is it?
Yeah. It means it's February, and it's coming.
February.
Right.
Where did January go?
1 week from today.
All right. That means, so get out your calendar, get out your goals. We're gonna pump this all year long.
Hold you accountable.
Making sure that this is your year of being amazing. That
Right.
you're hitting all your goals. So pull them out.
Double the blessings.
Because if it's the end of the first month,
Right.
we should be about 12%. We should be moving the needle towards our goals, right?
Somewhere in there, yeah.
So a 12th of the way there.
There you go.
Right? And so if you break it down into those baby steps and things that you're doing, this is my annual goal, so these are my quarterly goals, and these are my monthly goals, these are my weekly, and this is what I have to do daily. So check yourself. Just take a little pulse check. See how you're doing. Tweak it. Realign it. Make those phone calls. You still have this full week of January left, which is an eternity, really.
Well, let's remind our listeners there are a lot of the folks who listen to this show who have they're home-based businesses. They're working out of their office at home, and in many cases that's great. But in many cases there comes along some challenges with home-based offices.
Dogs barking, kids interrupting. There's laundry. It's so easy to put off because your home is such a distraction. It was for me.
Right.
It was for me. There's all these projects. There's so many other things that I can be doing besides working. And I just had a tendency to treat my business like a hobby because I was working from home.
Right.
I need to get up and go to work. I want to have a place I can meet clients in. And that's not always a coffee shop. Sometimes what we talk about is private.
Right.
It's not, you don't really want to be sitting that close to somebody else talking about somebody's marketing, the challenges that they're having in business. And so you want to have a private place.
Well, and you also have to think about this. It may be comfortable for you to have your clients, your guests, your folks come over to your home. It is not always comfortable for them. And think about this. I don't know about you, but I am deathly allergic to certain types of animal dander, right? And I don't want to go to somebody's home and then realize 10 minutes in that I got a runny nose and I'm sneezing and I can't breathe, and that's not a great experience for me or for your clients.
And sometimes it's just a little awkward to be going into somebody's home.
Right.
Unless they actually have an office that they've created, a space.
Even then sometimes.
Yeah, even then. All right, so Kellogg Executive Suites has a couple of suites open right now that they would like to offer to you. You can go take a tour. 26 West Dry Creek Circle in Littleton. The phone number is 303-798-7776. You can look them up online and you can see pictures and you can do some comparative shopping of what you get.
Right.
KelloggExecutiveSuites.com. But here's my favorite piece of what you get. Besides the conference room, your internet's included, your phone's included, which is about $200 a month just for phone and internet. You get a full-time receptionist answering your phone all day long from 8 to 5.
With your company name. Thank you for calling, in this case, Experience Pros Radio Show. You simply cannot do better than Kellogg Executive Suites. We know Kay Stolzenbach personally. She's a fantastic member of the Extreme Customer Service Directory.
She's just charming.
She's going to make you look great.
Conference rooms, all the meeting space you could ever want.
Yep.
And she's got a couple of spaces for only $500 a month. She's got this great corner office that has, you could actually have like 3 different areas in this corner office, 3 different desks.
I personally really, really like that office.
I do too. Yeah. I do too. And if we were looking to relocate right now, that's the space we would move into.
Right.
And it's furnished.
It's furnished. Yeah, some offices are furnished, some aren't. You have to ask and find out what.
And there's no extra charge. If she happens to have furniture, you can just use it.
There you go.
You can just use it. So if you don't have the furniture, call Kay, 303-798-7776. Great partner of the Extreme Customer Service Directory, just like Real Estate of Colorado, our friends Tony and Cindy Anderson.
Absolutely. And Replin Law Group, Steve Replin, boy, he can take care of you in no matter what business or entertainment law you might need.
RiptideHosting.com, hosting your business, your URL. You need a good place for that.
You betcha. RMK Cartridge, Matt Skinner from the radio show, for years he's been calling in. RMK Cartridge, putting the color back into your business.
Charming coffee shop in the heart of downtown Littleton at the Littleton Light Rail Station is Romancing the Bean.
Absolutely. Runtime battery systems. Listen, if you've got a network that it requires, you've got those UPCs, the universal power supplies. If you have those, you need to make sure you know Tony over at Runtime Battery Systems.
And Lorian Horowitz with Safety Solved will come in and do swimming and CPR and all of that for your company.
You betcha. Saul's Automotive. You need a good mechanic? We've got the best. Voted #1 on the Denver A list. Saul's Automotive, Saul Reisman. And don't forget.
And See It Thrive with Sue Kenfield. You want to make sure you're dealing with people. Are they thriving? Sue can help.
All of these businesses and so many more, over 160 businesses now listed on the Extreme Customer Service Directory. We've got directories in Arizona and in Dallas. We've got directories in the north side and the south side of Denver. You need to connect with us. Find them all at experiencepros.com. That's experiencepros.com. And we thank you for tuning into the radio show today. This time has flown.
You think so?
I do.
Well, nice. Means you were having fun.
I was having fun. A great show. And on behalf of Charlie, our producer, and Angel, myself, and all of the people that make the Experience Pros radio show happen, we say two things. First of all, thank you for tuning into the radio show. Thank you for sharing this revolution. You are the revolution. And second of all, go Broncos. I think go Broncos is a good thing to say.
Absolutely.
Go Broncos.
Go Broncos.
Go Broncos.
Go Broncos.
We'll be back. Well, actually, we'll be back tomorrow.
This has been the Experience Pros Radio Show with business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer. For more information, you can contact Experience Pros by calling 720-344-2446 or visit them on the web at experiencepros.com, facebook.com/experiencepros, and twitter.com/experiencepros. What are you waiting for? Join the revolution.
KLZ 560.
This is Dave, and the Dave Ramsey Show is next.